Okay, so first off today, I am going to do a tutorial on OBS. And hopefully this will work, because for me, my screen cuts off right about here, so I have to use the video preview that you can see in this area to see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to make this up as I go along and try to explain it. So the first thing, I suppose, is the interface. There's this help button that goes to our website, I assume. Open help page, I assume the same thing. Show log window. Haven't actually fiddled around with that, but I guess this pretty much is the logs or what's doing. What else is in here? You can see the files. And I can check for updates. Maybe I'll do that later, because right now I'm a few updates behind. There's this button which presumably does something. Profiles I'd assume I'd use if I wasn't, or those I'd assume I'd use if I wasn't recording right now. I could set that up so if I'm want to have a different profile for actually streaming or something. So now I'm going to the settings, which I could go here. There's these quick ones and go straight to the folder. Full screen preview if I want to see. And always on top if I didn't want it to be under. But there's also a file I can save, I guess, open recordings folders, and that's always nice because then you can see, since I will show the video or the output place for all my videos, so I can quickly get to it. File, show replay, saved replay buffers, and so that's presumably self-explanatory, and then exit, which I am not going to do. Oh, I just get to settings through settings. Oh well. But now I will go through the settings. Hopefully, yes, looks like you can still see this. So, general settings, you can change the language. Oh, I should also note this is for Windows. This apparently isn't the same on Mac, judging from Mike. Notification area icon, assume that does something. Minimize the notification area, assume that also does something. Show log window on OBS launch, so if I want to see that log window I could have it. Is that on? Yeah, let's do cancel. That one I don't have to worry about changing my settings. Back to the settings. Encoding. So this is like audio. Video encoding. But yeah, I can change your bitrate, your channel if you want mono or stereo sound. Mono means it doesn't have differentiating between the right and left ear of the earbuds, so I could do stereo if I want to, but I'm going to keep it on mono. Then you can change your hertz, and then this is, I'm almost certain this is the file format saves as, so if I want to be saved, this to be saved as an MP3 rather than so that's only for audio, because audio incoming obviously. So if I want to record audio, broadcast settings, this is okay, I want file output only because I'm only using recording, not live streaming. If I want to, I could live stream. I can set this all up, streaming service, custom as Twitch built-in. Ooh, that's nice. A bunch of different things. And have, I don't know what an FMS is, but you can have a URL for it. Play pass / Steam key, if any. So that does Steam. Ooh, auto reconnect. That's also nice. Auto reconnect timeout. Minimize network impact. Automatically save stream to files if I want to stream, and then also save it as recording to upload. File path - FLV. I assume that if I change that, it could be as a different type, but I'm not entirely sure. But like I said, I'm going to keep it as that. So next I want video settings. That's my video adapter, so I assume it's just like the video card or whatever. I have custom That's because my main monitor, the one that I'm not recording on right now, is that custom monitor that I want to be like as a monitor. Keep it like the monitor settings. Then there's the resolution. You can change that. I don't want to downscale it because I want to have reasonable. And that's at 50. This is supposed to minimize uploading time. No, it probably could go up to 60. I think I actually will apply that. Probably not the best idea to apply something like that in the middle of a video, but oh well. And it still has this thing back here, so I know I'm still recording. So next thing, there's audio. I have it set to the default device, that way I only have to mess around with my computer settings and disable them rather than worry about if I am screwing something up. Can choose a microphone, you can have it as a default, or you can have it as none. In audio, I can have it so it's only the speakers / headphone switches, the only device I have enabled right now, or you can have it as a default. I'm going to have it as a default, so that way, if I accidentally have it playing out the wrong device, there's still a chance that it might capture the audio, even though it would probably be muted. You can have push to talk if I want to, show only connected devices, because that's always nice. And I could force my mic to auxiliary to mono sound. Soon this won't change anything. Hotkeys, all the hotkeys. Right now I have a recording set to F9, so there I can have the different hotkeys. Like if I want to have a start buffer replay, I could make that 7. I won't, but I could. Or any of these other things like start stream. So if you want to have a button for starting your stream or stopping your stream, start. And then if you want to buffer, and then you could record from the buffer instead. Yes, because I didn't change anything really. It's advanced settings, process class, normal, high, above normal, idle. Use multi-threaded optimizations. I assume that means it will multi-thread. Disable encoding while previewing. No, thank you. Allow other modifiers on hotkeys. Sure. Video. Very fast. Ultra fast. Super fast. Encoding the higher main. Keyframe intervals. Custom encoder settings. This allows you to set the custom settings perimeter the form of, so if you want to follow that form, perimeter equals value G. So you could change it so rather than have it be custom, and allow higher frames per second. Audio force desktop audio, use video time lapse as a base for audio time, so video time lapse as a base for audio time. I assume that means that it does something. Presumably it just says what it says. Network, bind interface. Ooh, I can change, probably change my sound that on a video. I'll throw the end, it's fine. Latency tuning factor, automatic latency mode. So if you want to do a latency, you can have it automatically. Quick sync encoder. Target and stuff. Custom parameters. No, I guess I'm not dealing with that. If you want to have a noise gate for your microphone, you can do this. Right now, it's not enabled, but I could if I want to. Let's change it to its default. As you can see right here, I have my microphone, and all that is what my microphone volume is. Probably shouldn't press that. Hopefully it's, nope, that's changing my microphone volume. So if I want to, I can make my if I wanted to, I can make my microphone really quiet like I just did. And the same could go for my desktop audio, which there isn't none, but if there was, you'd see the little green bar representing the noise level. Then if I'm done, I can do that. All this stuff that's just for adding sources, which I'll get to next. It's also a quick shortcut to the settings there. Exit again. The start streaming is similar to recording, but if you're streaming, preview stream is if you don't want to actually go live, but still want to see if your levels are okay and things. So I do that every time before I record to make sure that my mic's working and that my audio is working, and just to check that it's recording the right thing. Which is nice because I have two monitors, so I can just have this then appear rather than having to alt-tab out or just hope. Next, I suppose I'll add the scenes. So if you want to actually record something, first you'll have to have at least one scene. I have all my stuff out into multiple scenes, but I could have this all in one scene and instead have different sources. So what you do is you can right click and add a scene. You can order it. So if you want one of your scenes to be higher up than others, remove it. So if you want to delete it, rename it, copy to, or set a hotkey for it specifically. So if you want to hotkey between all the different scenes, once you have a scene, you have to do a window capture. So if there's like a window, you can name it, so blah 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 blah, and then could choose from the window. You want entire window or inner window, then you can look through all of the currently opened windows right now, which doesn't include Steam. Different things it categorizes differently. You can change the game on it. And I have a really high game of sticky note for some reason. You can set so it won't capture your mouse, but I like to have it capture my mouse because mouses are nice for gesturing at things. Have it so it, let's see here. Captured skin, so either transparent, custom, layered windows when areas disabled may cause mouse flicker when enabled. Only enable this if you want to capture specific applications. Compatibility mode. Use point filtering. You know what that is, whatever. Ooh, you can change the opaquency of it. You can set to have a region color. But alas, we are not going to record sticky notes. There's monitor capture, which is what I'm using right now. And so you can choose monitor right now. This is on monitor 2, but if you want to capture monitor 1, you have more or less the same thing, but you can instead set the monitor rather than a window. Next, image, I guess. If you want to enter and choose an image, and then you can browse through your files to find an image. So if I want to have like an overlay with like a link to like my Twitter and everything, I could have that. Or if I want to have it there, so that way I can have it up and then switch to my game, probably using a hotkey. So it would mean that I could make a custom title screen to a video, I suppose, which might be nice, and I could browse for my files to try to find one. But I'm not. Maybe I will start doing that. Image slideshows, if like I have a PowerPoint or something. Since it's the same thing, time between image. Okay. And have fading, randomize the ordering. So if you want to have like a slideshow or something. Then there's global sources like web browsers. But I'm not going to have a web browser. Oh wait, why is my web browser on? Oh, that's something for me to use as a reference for my next video. And I have text, so text. I can enter the text and it'll have text on the screen. You can choose the font and everything. What's next? Video capture device. So I suppose if you're using a device to capture a console, then I would use this to capture it. It would change its sound. Seems kind of complicated, but might be nice. And then finally, game capture. Let me start off like Warcraft 3, even though I'm not going to record it. Yep. Tab back to this now. Nope, tab out. Alt, tab. Now let me move my cursor out of here. Fine, maybe not Warcraft 3. Maybe a cube world. Like, totally okay. So we're gonna cube world. Okay dokie. And then so that I don't want any of my sticky notes. I instead could have Steam, but I don't want to. Suppose it's not a game quite. Suppose I could click the refresh button. But either way, then okay. Now let's try refreshing. There we go. I could have that up there. Choose want to be stretched. Invert cursor and anti-cheat. So if the game is using anti-cheat that's blocking your video recording, enable alpha blending, whatever that does. Probably something and all that. So I can click done, and now it's on Cube World. Oh wait, is it? Ah. So since Cube World is on the top, it's showing Cube World, but then below that it has a monitor capture, so you can still see my desktop background down here. So yeah, maybe I will just want separate scenes for everything. I think I can have all this open, though you can't. So I'm just going to right click and remove Cube World. But yeah, you can add order, position, size, name, all that stuff. And that's my basic made up as I went along guide to not Cube World, but to OBS. If you want to know something then that I didn't cover, Google it or maybe ask in the comments. And if I didn't cover anything, then tell me down below, and that you really think I should have, and maybe I'll post either a link or something to respond for it. Oh yeah. I suppose before I go entirely, it tells me the duration of my recording right there. If there's any dropped frames in the recording, my frames per second of the video, which is of course what I have set for my whatever it's called, and then I assume that's the file space it's taking per second. Yeah. So you can just see how it works, and hopefully if you are looking for recording software and you don't have one quite yet that works to your satisfaction, then maybe this will solve all your problems. So I play with my mouse cursor and end the video with the F9 key, because of course I have it as a key binding rather than going down here and clicking stop recording.